life.
So, about mid-paragraph. Shardling Dragon swings back at another pass through town from the east, heading directly towards the Sun Chasers, this time landing to get rid of them before continuing its attack on the town. Unfortunately for it, it cannot think and did not understand the error in doing what it did. Little by little, amongst everything else going on in the town, Sun Chasers were able to chip away at the Shardling armor, holding this construct together until eventually Noah's killing blow burst the radiant energy stored within the Shardling exoskeleton. As the dragon exploded, the exoskeleton burst into hundreds of pieces, some as large as a wagon wheel, some as small as a coffin nail. Pushed a lot of the party out and damaged them further. Shortly after, this group was able to kill the last few straggling Dwargar, at least in this part of town. Soren helped Celestine free a trapped wolf in one building, and then both of them helped Claudette with an injured and trapped Axebeak, who is now at least healed, but is missing one of its two legs and is still freaking out and trying to, push itself around on one leg. We pick it up after the party looked for ammunition and are, at least from what y'all were talking about last week, going to look for a place to hold up for some much needed rest, as it is about 7-ish in the morning.
Right next to the glasses on the left-hand side.
We've already tried to recover our arrows, so I think we should try to find a building that's still standing and see if we can get some sleep. Maybe even see if the inn is standing. Everybody good with that?
Yeah, I'm going to come up and join you all.
Which way to the inn?
That would be way far north, way past this map goes.
Okay. We're gonna head towards the inn. If you have to change maps, then be my guest. But if you didn't want to change maps and we have to go and find some place here, just let us know and we'll do that. Is that building on fire?
Sorry, which building? No. Well, no. I can switch maps just a sec. I'm trying to... They keep switching crap in here.
Kind of like Discord.
Everything in red is either on fire or destroyed or collapsed or something like that.
I wish we had a mage who could, fix all this stuff. Okay, so we'll head to the north look. It doesn't look like it's damaged. Hopefully we'll be able to get there without having to go through rubble. Of course, we're closer to town hall, but it looks like it might be destroyed.
Part of town hall has been destroyed. After about 30 minutes, you get to the north look. As you enter, there are some people. There's some wounded people on tables. It's completely in disarray.
Gonna walk up to the innkeeper and ask if we can just get a corner where we could sleep for a few hours.
As you look around for Scramsax, he is nowhere to be found.
Oh boy. Is anybody at... Is there a bar here?
There is a bar. It's not currently being tended. There's nobody behind the bar. Nobody. There's a few people tending the wounded, but you don't recognize any of them.
I'm gonna walk up to one of them that's tending the wounded and say, "Where's the innkeeper?"
He will look up at you and just like with a kind of a freaked out look, just disappeared. Ash.
Okie dokie. Me and my comrades, we need to get some sleep. We stopped the dragon. If it's okay with you, can we just hunker down somewhere, get some sleep?
He just kind of shrugs and goes back to tending the wounds on the person that he's trying to help.
Can I tell if the inn is looking... Can I tell if the rooms are available?
As you go up to the rooms, some of them have some people in them, some of them don't. You can definitely get situated.
Alright, guys. Pick an empty room. Let's get some sleep. Soren, we normally bunk up together. Illiken and Arden, Nowhere, and Celestine. And I've been by myself. If you want to bunk up with me, you can.
I understand that there's a whole lot of wounded people in here.
There are, yes.
And we've been up for over 24 hours.
Yeah. As we walk among the wounded, can I go ahead and give them each a good berry?
Sure.
I'll do the same. So at least they're full, and it might help them with health.
One good berry will return 1 health point. Not that mechanically you know this, but commoners typically have 10 health points, so 1 is a tenth of their health, so that would be good.
Okay, I'll give 6 out. Actually, I'll give them all out to 10 people I see, and I'll just eat a ration.
That's what I'm going to do. And then we'll head out to where we're going to bunk down.
Actually, 1 second. I still have. I'm going to give 40 out. Since we're getting ready to sleep, and I really don't use my, first level slots, I'm gonna cast Good Berry 4 times, and give up to 40 villagers a Good Berry.
Yep.
Will that take care of all the people that have been injured that are here? If not,
Then I'll go sleep.
and I have 2 more slots, so I can give out 20 more if needed. Okay.
Does that help any?
As you hand them out, people will take them and eat them and thank you, and definitely gives some calm to people. But some of the injury, I mean, it doesn't heal them to the point like they've got bruises and they got scratches and that kind of stuff. They're still looking bad. But yes, most of them are very thankful that you were caring about them as you were passing by.
But I know it won't heal them, but does it at least stabilize those that are, seriously wounded?
It wouldn't stabilize somebody from like unconsciousness, but yes, it feeds them and it gives them 1 health point. So they are very thankful.
Okay. I wish I could do more, but I'm like dead tired.
I think Celestine would be able to do more if Celestine had more spell slots. So, I'm going to go to a room. I'm going to find a bed. I'm going to pass out. I'm asleep.
I head up, find a room, and crash. I go into my meditation.
I'm going to ask Drake to hold a shift while I sleep, and then I'll hold a shift for him. And I guess we'll both sleep at the end of it.
Uh,
Two of the
It is a
or two-
summon, so technically it doesn't need sleep.
Cool. I'm going to have him on guard duty. Never knew that.
I guess I'll go to bed as well.
Sounds like a good idea. And we'll all take a long rest and have everything restored.
You definitely get a long rest in.
Okay.
Yay.
Yes.
Alright, so I wake up and go downstairs. Is it still bustling? People still everywhere?
Yes, it's still very chaotic.
Nice, I got full charges on that one.
So who's the speaker of this place?
Holy brain fart.
Yeah, me too.
Vessa Shane. Speaker Shane. Speaker Devessa Shane.
Is she one of the ones that doesn't like us, or does she like us?
Give me an insight roll.
I just remember when we were at that thing, we had two that just were really against us.
This is the one that liked us because she's the one that helped me escape without dying.
That's right.
So, she is a speaker of what used to be a very large town. And certain things had to be done. So, there was a time that you were impartial. There was a time that she had to do things by the book, and your party didn't exactly like her. But she was at the least instrumental in getting Illican out of being killed or sacrificed to the Frost Maiden. And She is also the one that headed up the council hall meeting and asked if you would go to Sunblight to destroy the construct, whatever this construct was, and kill its maker, Zardrock.
I think we should go down to town hall and then maybe head down to know where you want to check on your neighborhood.
Sure. I would imagine it's going to be as bad as anywhere else.
So I let the group know my plan to go and check on the speaker. You know me, I'm terrible with names. You know, also plans. And then go down to Phaedra
That's correct.
and check on Mama D and the orphanage. Is everybody up for going?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Just looking at the map, the orphanage has been destroyed.
We wouldn't know that until we got there, though.
I understand. But I'm guessing that any of those who were at the orphanage will now be scattered in the buildings around. But I guess we'll find out.
Follow. I'll try to keep my head covered for who I am, just because some people think I'm dead.
Just tell him you're the twin brother and you're looking for him. I'll be right back while we walk the 30 minutes to the speaker's house.
Bam, you're there.
Great, I'm glad we're there. So somebody else roleplay for a few minutes.
So what's your guys' history with this town?
Well, for one thing, my name is Nowhere Phaedra, and there's a tradition in this area that orphans and foundlings are, when they accept whatever first name, their surname becomes the name of the district where they were found. In this case, Phaedra. And that's where we're going. And when I was found by Mama D, I was found and raised in the founding home, Mama D's founding home, and hence my name is Nowhere Phaedra. and just go from there. Just a way of giving some sort of order to having children with no names at all.
Gotcha.
In any case, that's where we're headed. Check in. I've made contact with Mama D periodically, and given her money when I could, and that. But somehow there always seems to be a need. But in any case, we're going to check her out and see if Mama D is still there. But before we get there, we got to go to the center of town to the town hall.
We're at the town hall. So, do we see anybody around the town hall? Do we see the speaker?
There is a group of people kind of huddled up in tattered cold weather clothing, standing around the town hall. Doors are open. You can go in if you wish.
I will knock and then enter.
You walk in. Half of the town hall has collapsed. Obviously, there's a roof above your head, but as you go further in, there's an open wall.
No sign of the speaker, huh?
Speaker is with some others going through the rummaging through the debris, trying to get a handle on things.
I approach her and say, "How can we help?"
I don't know. So many dead. So many. There's just. I mean, we don't expect the best up here, but this is beyond. This is beyond something that we can. We will rebuild, but we can't rebuild with this winter. So many displaced from their homes. Everybody came here when the dragons, when the dragon attacked each of their towns, and we saw an influx from 1,200 people up to over 2,000. I don't even know how many are left.
Are we all together?
You are. Unless
Is that lady,
y'all were
is that
going
lady
somewhere
all
else.
by herself?
She and some other people are just currently rummaging through some debris, trying to find what they can collect and throwing out, the splintered wood or whatever.
I'll see if that lady's hungry. See if she wants one of my rations.
She'll thank you, but kind of put up her hand and say, "No thanks. I've my people need fed before I need fed. I've had enough. I've had plenty."
All right. Hey guys, how many people are here? Should we give our food to these people, or should we keep our food?
Could you put up a map of 10 towns for me? I'm trying to find mine and I can't.
That's yours, if you're looking just for the towns.
Okay, so this was the last city in the wake of the dragons route, wasn't it?
It was. There's the one for the Dragon's Flight Path.
Okie dokie.
So the dragon did this?
Yeah, the dragon destroyed these towns.
The construct dragon, Charlene dragon that you guys killed, is what was doing this.
Okay.
So I let her know that Zardarok won't be a problem anymore, and the mechanical dragon has been destroyed. And it appears that the invisible Duragar have scattered. To the best of our knowledge.
Kind of looks around and she's like, "I thank you. I wish there was some way to repay you, but
It's not why I told you. I just wanted you to have peace of mind.
thank you."
We'll try to help when we can. We're gonna go and check on this guy over here's home area and see what it looks like.
He looks over at nowhere and says, I'm sorry for your loss. It was a brave woman. Some of the kids are safe. Ultimately, she was trying to help some of the kids in getting them to safety when she was thrown through the air. I'm afraid your childhood home is in pieces.
Well, we'll go anyway and see what we can do to help.
And nods solemnly.
Provided there's no more shenanigans, no more looters, and no more zombied out people, we're gonna head down to Phaedra, check on that, see if we can help down there, and we'll work our way back here.
Before we go, is there anything that you need specifically?
A new home? I don't know. Home that won't get touched by the cold. A home that people don't want to continue to destroy. A home that Oriel will not care about.
We are trying. I just wish there was more of us.
Sky, what happened to the where did the mage go after the fight?
He is. Good question. She's probably with you. Trailing behind, kind of following you.
Okay. I'm gonna ask her if there's anything in her bag of tricks that might be able to help these people.
Gotta switch maps just a sec. Easier to find her by switching maps instead of having to go through these menus. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, no. She'll say, I am more adept in the arts that are frowned upon by most in our study.
Okay, no problem. Alright, so I'm gonna follow Nowhere to Phaedra.
I'll join you.
I'll follow along.
Well, I'm headed southeast. Try to pick my way through the rubble and stick to what were roads or streets at one time, just because they're less cluttered and entangled. And get down here.
As
And
you come up to the orphanage, it's about a 8-foot tall pile of rubble. There are beams that go a little higher that are still sticking out. There's stone or brick lying closer in the street. It is like a hill of stone and wood and glass. I should also mention that the storm is still going and nothing is on fire anymore. Some of it has a thin sheet of ice over the top, but it is blackened, burnt away, etc.
Well, start talking to anyone we come across, and looking for Mama D. See if anybody knows where she is.
Give me a perception check. There's a few people that are walking around. You ask one of them, they will point over here, and as you round the corner, you find half of her body, the top half of her body, lying in the snow. As you look up, the bottom half of her body is up on a roof.
Well, it's sad that Mama D's gone, but we need to find the children. Are they in, or what's left of them, are they in these buildings here to the southwest? Or are they scattered as well?
As you check the buildings, you find four children. Two in this building here. Find two in this building here, and you find one in this building here, and you find one in this building here.
All right. And do we know where any of the people that worked with Mama D are?
Yeah, some of the stragglers by. They don't know. There's many that disappeared in ash when the dragon let out its radiant breath. There's some that got tossed into the air. There's some that got crushed by its tail.
Well, I don't see that there's much that we can do right now. Maybe the best thing would be to go back to the town hall. And see, I'd like to start a fund, but I don't have hardly any funds to start it with. So suppose we could possibly start a fund with the speaker and let other wielding participants provide more funds to go with it.
Go along with what you say, boss.
I think we could start in the center of town and try to help them rebuild their little shopping area.
Or is it something we can actually help rebuild? I mean, because there's got to be, there may be other things that we have to go and find. How long can we stay here to help them rebuild their town? If we're trying to find where they can get warmth so that it'll help them be able to build stuff.
I think we should help them with their shelters first.
And again, it's not like we have another town we could go to get money.
Okay. Start walking. I agree, and so we'll go to the thing, and then I can have people. I can help with blacksmithing if they bring me the metal from the buildings that were destroyed. I can build. I can reform them, and then they can use buildings that are the wood from buildings that they can possibly fix from the build and repair with buildings that are destroyed.
I'm on board with that. Let's just start with where the speaker wants us to start.
Speaker will say, will ask if you can go and gather whoever's left and bring them to the town hall or bring them to the market square, so she can get a count on who's still with us.
I'll take the east side. That way we just separate and go in separate directions. Get it to help pass along the news to everybody. We can get it done faster for her.
I'll go all the way up to the northwest corner.
And I'll start heading there, and I'll start telling people the speaker wants the town center to for a count, see if we can all help each other rebuild as best we can, so everybody can get some rooms and go through and start telling people.
I'll go to the speaker and say, I'd like to start a fund, but I don't have much to start it with. So, excuse me, I'm going to give you the 3 platinum and
He's going to interrupt you and just push your hand back and say, there's no need. We're past money at this point. You might still be able to use your money somewhere, but here it's all gone. There's without stuff, without trade, without hope. The currency's not going to get us anywhere. Been shut off from the south for over 2 years now. And now we get by month by month. This was always going to happen, that trade would dry up, but just never thought the towns would be destroyed in this manner.
So I'm going to, I guess, go suggest that we all spread out north, south, east, and west, and tell people, to come back to the market square, that the speaker is trying to get everybody together. And perhaps try to stop by the house of the Morning Lord and see if they're intact. And if they're intact, perhaps maybe they could also provide some refuge for these people. Who's game for that plan?
I'm already headed out northeast. Start telling everybody to head back to the city square.
And I was heading west because that's what I said when I was like, I'll head west to tell everybody on the west side.
Okay, so I'll go east and head towards the house of the Morning Lord just to see what's going on.
Okay.
Billiken, you're already northwest.
No, I'm going northwest. Or northeast.
And I was going west.
Alright, so Soren, since you haven't been here before, do you want to go with me?
Yeah, that's great.
All right, and whoever's left that hasn't gone somewhere, maybe you could go south.
How long are you guys planning on being gone for?
Um, maybe
Long enough to cover the area, because that's what the town folks said, or the town she said that she wanted.
5 to 6 hours, maybe.
Okay.
Depends if we can find like a hot pretzel or a hot dog stand.
Unfortunately, if you try and ask that of anybody, they will probably look at you like, what?
Yeah, I know their town's obliterated.
Oh no, they don't have hot dogs. They don't even have No, you might need to ask them about rat or mouse stew.
Huh. I think I'm full.
Alright, so as we're walking along, I don't know how many people we're going to run into, but as we walk along and we're going to look in these buildings, see if there's anybody outside, let them know that they need to go back to Market Square.
All right, everybody, let's go.
That's pretty much in the area I was going.
Um, everybody give me a perception check.
Why are those dreaded words?
Because when I say them, you always think they're dreaded.
I had to get back in. Sorry.
Do we get added points because we're actually actively looking for stuff as we go?
That's what the perception is for.
Was that supposed to be everyone? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Not bad. All right. Yeah. No. I'd already added everything up, so I'm not going to add Drake's because, yeah. Average of average of 17.8. Actually, you know what? Since Drake's with you, I'm going to give you advantage. How about that?
I like that.
Which takes the 17.8 up to an 18.6 average. All right. So over the next 5 hours, you go door to door looking, trying to get people out and over to Market Square. And at about midnight, you get back over to Market Square in Town Hall, and Duvessa is taking down names, counting how many people are there, and when all is said and done, there is 400 names written down. About 200 of them are natives of Bryn Shander. The other 200 have come from other towns and came here as refugees.
Did we find anybody at the House of the Morning Lord?
Michonne was there, tending to the wounded. Whoever checked with her, she would have told you that that Copper and his machine fell in the fight. He tried to use it against the dragon, and he was obliterated, and the machine is, or the machination, fell to the ground and split.
Okie dokie. So we're going to carry that news back to the group. But they're pretty much undamaged from what we can see, correct?
What's that?
House of the Morning Lord is pretty much undamaged from what we can see.
Yeah, there's debris around it. There's might be some debris hanging off the top, but it hasn't specifically been destroyed, or it wasn't on fire.
I'm going to ask Michonne if she would consider housing some of the people that the speaker's looking for shelters.
We will say any are always welcome.
All right, I'll share the news with the speaker. Thank you again, and I'm so sorry about the damage.
Did you
And-
tell her that the speaker wants everybody to come to the center of town?
I'll tell her. I don't think she's going to leave because she's got people that she's tending to.
She will. She'll bring them with her, and she'll yeah. Everybody will get to the town hall. And when you let Speaker Shane know, she'll say, yes, that is. There are plenty buildings standing, plenty enough for all of these people, but I don't know who are cooks, who are hunters, who are trappers, who some I know, some I don't. We need a home.
Okay. So, which one of these shops had the Yeti first?
That one there.
Okay, so that's going to be the last one we try to help. I'm going to go out the door and start helping rebuild this one, this small one right here.
It's in shambles. In order to rebuild, you're going to need lumber. You're going to need nails. You're going to need...
To clear it out?
To clear it out. There's...
So that's what I'm going to start doing, is clearing it.
Okay.
We can worry about nails and lumber in a few minutes. Or a few days.
Few weeks.
I'll work until I'm tired, and then I will go and find a place to rest.
I'm going to go around when she's starting to clean out buildings. I'm going to go around and start talking to the 400 people that are around and start seeing if I can organize some of them. Are they, getting information, helping the speaker, or helping if, get, hey, are you a hunter? Are you to organize? And then helping assist. And if you can do this, get the hunters to start going out and get some food if they can, lumberers, what they can do, and start getting organization, just and seeing if I can also hear any cross talk or pick up any conversations as I do it.
I'll take the hunter group out.
Um, all right. So throughout all this, you're gonna get a list of people.
Where have we stopped at the moment? Where was the last place we went?
You were at town hall, gathering all the people, that have, gathering all the people that had made it through the attack. There were about 200 refugees and 200 actual natives of Bryn Shander that are currently standing around Market Square. And right now, I think you guys are talking to the people, trying to figure out who are hunters, who are gatherers, who are trappers, who are lumberjacks, to try and get some sort of order.
To help the speaker as best, because she said that's what she needs right now. She needs a home, but she needs to know so she's able to. If we can get her back in being a happy speaker, we may be able to leave and have the town self-sufficient to go and continue our quest to destroy the Ice Maiden.
I'll pull everyone aside at some point and mention to them that Velen has asked me if we would be willing to go visit Kuldahar. Apparently they might be having some issues there. I was wondering if that was something you guys would be willing to try to do.
Could it ultimately help 10 towns?
Yes, Kuldahar is a great big tree with just a circle of warmth, which is something that Auril would definitely not want. Would not be happy with.
I mean, if it can help 10 towns, then I'm all about it.
I mean, we haven't really heard anything about Kuldahar in our travels, but, you know, she's got to be asking me to go there for a reason, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So let's spend today and tomorrow getting this place organized and then head over there. Or is it one of those things that let's do this now, or we can start tomorrow morning, but tonight or today we can get these guys organized enough that tomorrow they can be working on it, and she has a little bit more control over where those that she has. That's a question.
I mean, we could ask her. You know, is this time sensitive? Can we kind of clean up a little bit, or do we need to go tonight?
You asking that of Velen, or
Yeah, asking that of Velen.
she doesn't know. She will look at you and say, I don't. I have heard of the great tree. In my studies, but I do not know where it is. I know nothing about it. I just figured that maybe as you have a druid as part of your group, that maybe they can help the people of 10 Towns. It is supposed to be a place of warmth, a place of sun. Maybe they can take the people in.
All right. So maybe we'll just help for today and set out tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I agree wholeheartedly.
So by the time that you get everybody or talk to everybody about what they do, it's about 1 a.m.
I update the person who's taking notes so that they can organize people in the morning. And then I say we need to sleep. Or did we just wake up? No, we've been here a full day, so yeah.
We went to sleep at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, we did.
You went to sleep at 8 o'clock in the morning. So it took you about a half hour to get to the inn. And you did some stuff at the inn. You woke up at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's your prerogative when you want to call it as a day, and normally you would go to bed around midnight and wake up at 8.
I say let's go to bed now because we're gonna have a long day, and I'd rather walk in the cold and where I can see things as best I can. But yeah, I'm gonna walk in the cold, walk where there's a potential for sunlight.
I don't argue. I just go and find out where I can lay my head.
And then I also pass out 40 berries or 50 berries or 40 berries to those that are able to help those that are still hurt, or that I see the worst of the cases. Eat a ration and then go crash.
I'll go ahead and give out 40 berries.
Okay. Alright, so everybody's going to go find a building and take shelter for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Celestine, while you are asleep, you see a new archdruid that rises to power in the grove to guide all the Sylvanite druid circles of the north, and he realized that it was actually Sylvanus' wish that people who respected nature should be allowed to revel in the glory of the Oak Father that was embodied in the great tree of Kuldahar. As long as the settlers respected the balance of nature and tended to Kuldahar and kept it healthy, all who wished would be allowed to settle in the great tree's warmth. Thus was born the small town of Kuldahar in the northern reaches of the Spine of the World Mountains. Soon afterwards, a small group of humans, elves, gnomes, furbolgs, etc., all followers of the Oak Father, settled in the small village, and Kuldahar became a trading partner of nearby Icewind Dale's 10 towns. And that is your dream vision for the night.
Okay.
At the end of the 8 hours, which would be 9 a.m., mark that down. 9 a.m., everybody awakens, and nowhere. Probably getting old by this point, but your quiver is about 35 feet away from you. There's nowhere there.
Hey, Dad.
Nowhere.
I'm here.
Dad.
Wrong, Dad.
You gotta push the button.
Oh, sorry. What's up?
So this is probably getting old by this point, but as you wake up, you notice that your quiver's sitting about 35 feet away from you.
Why did it get so far away?
There is a little ice mark in the form of an imp. And sitting next to your quiver is what looks to be a curved rope.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I guess go and fix the imp with my eye and say, "What are you doing here?"
Oh no, the imp's gone. It's a outline of an imp of ice.
Oh, got it. Okay.
It died trying to take your quiver.
I'm glad it didn't make it. There's just no end to the troubles in this world. Okay, I'll pick up the quiver and
Am I close to him?
I don't know. Sure.
I see him picking up his quiver, and I look at the rope.
Looks to be a curved rope.
I go over and try to pick it up.
As you pick up the rope, you can easily notice that the rope seems to keep the shape of a bow. And burned into one side of the rope is some runes that you have no clue what they say.
I call over. I bring to everybody's attention and see if anybody knows how to read it. Never seen it before.
I imagine nowhere can.
What
well,
language is it in?
I look at it.
You don't seem to be able to read it.
yeah.
What
I'll
language is
take
it in?
get it.
I can't tell you what language it is in, but you can attempt to read it.
All right. Does my guy recognize it?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'll attempt to read it.
Yeah.
Do I recognize it?
Nope.
Do you understand? Nowhere. Have you seen this before?
Well, yeah, I've seen it before.
Nowhere as you look it over, in infernal runes, it spells out Despater. And attached to the rope is 10 multicolored arrows with cloth padded tips.
I'm not sure I understand what that's supposed to mean, but
I give it to you, saying, I guess, are these, I look, do I have any? One second. I have 2 charges left. I'm going to use a charge on it to see if I can determine it for him.
Charge on the bow.
Yeah. Or the rope that looks like a bow. Yeah.
That is what you figure out.
So now he has 2 bows, correct?
Now he's like got 3 or 4. I don't know.
Okay.
His quiver was made to hold bows.
And I hand it to him and tell him what I see.
Nowhere. Give me a history check. You would know, or you would remember from the book that you read on the Hells, that Dispater was the Lord of Dis and an archdevil whose extreme vigilance almost personified caution. The urbane Iron Duke ruled the Iron City from within his iron tower and was legendary for his impregnable layers of defense.
I don't understand how a puff of smoke is an escape plan, but what do I know?
I look at him and I say, it's more likely a distraction where you can puff it, somebody can't see you, and run away.
Cool.
That could be, I guess. Hi.
Nice magic. I look around to make sure all my stuff is there since the imp tried stealing his stuff.
As far as you can tell, all your stuff is there.
Then I look around. I say, are we ready to go to the new to head to where we have to head to?
Let's head towards Caldera.
Roger that.
All right, let's do that.
I go over and make sure the speaker knows where we're headed, and letting her know that we're doing it to see if we can bring back warmth somehow as fast as we can for her and her dreams.
You will say, there's a place of warmth. Give us some time, and I'll gather everybody up, and we'll come with you.
There is no place of warmth yet. We still have to destroy the Ice Maiden, to get the warmth returned.
All right, let me interject here. Koldahar is a place of warmth. Koldahar has always been, as far as the stories that have been told, Koldahar stays warm, always. It is Sylvanus's magic that goes through the tree, and it stays warm always.
Okay, then sure, let's bring the town.
I whisper in Illiken's ear. I hope they'll accept them.
He shrugs. He's like, I don't know. You guys need to save me for this. Remember, I don't talk to people.
So, out of character, or well, kind of in character, but out of character, what's the chance that maybe I'll ask Velen, what is the chance that these people would take these people if they come with us?
We will look at you and kind of shrug her shoulders and say, there's a greater chance that these people will die if we leave them here than if they come with us. If you, as in your party, cannot persuade the druids to help the people of 10 towns, then they will surely perish within the month.
Okay, so where's one of the kids from the orphanage? I want to carry that kid. One of the ones that's hopefully lighter. You know, like toddler age.
I see if I can get a cart for the Drake for free now. To help travel.
You find a cart.
Yeah! I attach it to Drake. And help some of the, for carrying some of the items. I let people know we're not carrying the entire town. But clothing, food, stuff like that, we can carry. Or I can carry. Weapons, because it may be a while on our excursion.
And the children.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could put a bunch of babies in there.
Okay.
Wow.
So probably out the southwest gate that Illiken's so familiar with.
I don't think he's very familiar with it.
Yeah, well, we thought he was. This is where I saw the female version of Illican leave.
I know nothing.
All the while he was locked up in a jail cell. So
Yeah, I know. So don't pretend to be familiar with it. Your twin wouldn't be familiar with it. But we've been to the stables several times, so... Alright. We're off to see the wizard. And like I said, I don't mind toting a kid.
okay.
And don't put a goat in my arms. That would be something you would do just because you think it's funny.
I mean, you did say kid, so
A child. Toddler.
Maybe go down to
Illican. Okay. You said you had some arrows that I could get.
Yes, I did.
So I'm going to put them in my inventory. What am I looking at?
I'm looking for it now. I give him 45.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, add a character. I hope Claudette's dad goes and fixes our bar again.
Probably good that it's out of character. She might smack you upside the head.
I made sure I clarified that before I said it.
He may be dead.
Alright, so what route are you guys looking at taking?
I forget where we're going.
Supposedly, you're going to Kildahar.
And all we know is it's south.
Southeast on the northern part of the spine of the world.
Yeah, I say we start heading southeast, which is the opposite direction.
Like that?
As fast as that would be, it'd bring us by wood so we can cause fire, or we can get fire at night, and yeah. Potential animals, hopefully.
About 20 minutes into your trek across the snow, your cart is getting stuck.
So this isn't a sled.
And this isn't a sled; it's a cart.
Ah, I said the wrong thing. Yeah, it's fine.
Can I help pull it?
Could you please be nice? You know what I meant. Because we're in the snow, I would have looked something with a sled.
Okay, fine. You will go back and you grab the sled. Depending on how much stuff gets put on the sled, though, depends on how much you can carry
I know.
or pull, rather, I should say. You load it up with people. If you load it up with weapons, one person is not going to be able to pull in place of 6 dogs.
I was doing clothing and stuff like that on it.
Yep.
So it's weight, but it's enough that hey, come nighttime we have a place to. People don't have to carry around their bedding for the night type of thing because everybody will be carrying their own stuff. And I'll even attach it to my back so that I drag it with my Drake, so he's not doing it alone. I'll do it rough. And I'll jokingly say to my colleagues, see, this would be a good time if we had that big war cart that you guys made me get rid of. I'm just saying. Would have kept all the kids warm. Oh,
Might be why your name was chosen in that lottery.
How long are you looking at going for? So 11 a.m. when you guys get started headed out.
I guess we could go for 8 hours. Maybe that would put us close to Dugan's Hole.
So if you're wanting to cross this way, it's going to take longer than going this way. Because of the path as opposed to the snowdrifts. Also keep in mind that you've got 400 refugees, some of whom do not have snowshoes.
Okay, yeah, we'll follow the path.
All right.
Where does that put us in 8 hours?
8 hours will put you to Goodmead.
Okay. We'll let the good people know to find shelter where you can find shelter and get some sleep, and we'll move on in the morning. So we all get up, and let's move on.
Hold on just one sec. Um, damn it. I had a note somewhere, and then okay, there it is. Arden, I need. Let's see here. I gotta figure it out.
I'll be right back.
Well, let's all take a 15-minute break right now while I try and figure this out.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw this stuff here. Oh, is there good? Are you?
Hey, Dad,
Yeah,
you put your thing on mute.
I'm doing it right now.
Love you.
I'm back.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! When you come back, Dad, don't forget your mic's on mute.
Oh, that, yeah.
I'm back.
I'm here too.
So we got no one.
I'm back.
Awesome. All right. Arden, I need 3 animal handling checks for your crate cat. Been 10 days since the last time.
Woohoo!
Alrighty. You got 2 out of 3 successes. Significant progress was made. This week of taming was successful.
Yay!
Which means that your creature has gained its first companion level. After game, I will get that put together for you.
Okay. Thank you.
That will also take 100 gold from you for the training.
Okay. Do you need that now?
Yes. Well, I don't need it, but you can take it away now.
Okay. Well, that's what I meant.
And I would love gold, but won't unfortunately do anything for me and my situation.
Okay. I done paid my debt.
All right. So now, if anybody else would like to do anything, with the rest of your day, it is. I think you said 8 hours, which would be 7 p.m. at the moment.
How close to the woods are we? Because right now the Sun Chasers are still in Bryn Shander.
No, you're in Goodmead. I told you you're in Goodmead. I know that I haven't moved the marker, but I will. But you're in Goodmead.
Is there any, I'm gonna go through Goodmead to see if there's anything that we can use for as we go.
Can I check out the woods and see if there's any four-legged food sources? I mean, we got 400 people to feed.
Sure. What are you looking for, Illican?
Clothes in case we need them. Firewood from the buildings, if any of it's, hey, this is good. It's been so long that I can make firewood out of it. If I come across anything else, great. But that type of thing, because I figure people left this. They just left when the dragon flew by, and they didn't really, stick around to clean out their houses.
Okay. Arden, give me a survival check. Illican, give me... Illican, give me a survival as well.
Been carrying a sled. I'm cold and tired.
Tried to make that easy on you. +5. Holy crap, dude.
Thank God Arden probably found some four-legged creatures.
I should help hunt stuff too.
You going out then? You going out then?
What was that? Oh, am I going out? Well, is there like firewood? Hey, wait, so is it the morning in Goodmead, or did we just wake up again?
No, it's 7 p.m.
Oh, okay.
You just got here.
Do we got plenty of firewood?
That's what Illiken's looking for currently.
All right. I guess I could. Can I make some bolts? Can I make 2 bolts?
Are you a Fletcher?
A what?
Fletcher?
Somebody who makes arrows and bolts.
You know, I don't think so.
Okay. Probably not then.
Okay. What do I want to do? I guess I'll just meditate and practice. Yeah, just meditate. Maybe exercise.
Okay.
That's a pocket recorder, isn't it?
Arden, takes you about an hour to get to the woods. But you get there and you happen to see three reindeer sitting in the woods, or not sitting, but standing in the woods.
Hey, house. If I can see him, I can shoot him. So I'll stop where I am, take out a bolt or an arrow, and prepare to shoot at one. One furthest away from the 3.
Roll me damage. Alright. It is hurt and starting to dash.
I'll shoot him again.
Some damage. And it falls face first into the snow. Unfortunately, the other two, in the split second, took off. But you did a nice big reindeer.
Nice big reindeer, huh? Oh, gee. Okay. Well, I'll go down and retrieve my arrows.
You might be happy to know, if you were on a different planet, in a different realm, that this reindeer has no red nose.
Dang. Shucks. They're extra juicy. The red nosed ones. Anyway, I'll retrieve my 2 arrows. And I'm going to drag him out of the woods.
In the meantime, Illigan, I will give you advantage since there's such an abundance of, X houses. Not that that does you much good, but yeah. What are you rolling for?
I thought you told me you said you would give me advantage. I thought you said perception.
No, survival from earlier, 9 and 11.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you advantage, which you got an 11 instead of a 9, which isn't much better, but it's 2 higher. How long are you going to spend doing this?
I'm going to do it for about 45 minutes, and if I'm not finding stuff, I'm going to come back shaking my head, and I'll go out into the forest and see about cutting down a tree. Where I know that I see frozen trees, but I know I've picked up better stuff before.
Okay.
And then I'll spend 2 hours out there if I'm not finding anything.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was a DC 14. Alright, so you're going to spend 2 hours out in the woods. Give me another survival check. Very nice.
I can't find something that I might like, but I can go get wood.
Roll me 2d4.
Nice.
You gather 10 bundles of wood.
Yeah, I bring that back and stock some of the. Is there any of the buildings in Good Meat still good? Or is it completely shambles?
The only one that, well, I think there was a couple, but the biggest one was the meat hall was still untouched.
Okay. I see. I suggest that we put the younger generation and the older generation in the meat hall. And I start a fire in there, and then start a couple fires. I don't know. Start warming people up. Because I know we have about 400 people trailing us.
Yep. And with their help, they will find rations and find vegetables that are in storage or whatever, and everybody will get fed and get warm. Anybody else looking at doing anything?
I'm going to tell the children a nighttime story.
You got a nighttime story that you would like to tell us?
Once upon a time, there was an evil dark lord. His name was Young Colin.
Wow, we're going for a horror story, huh?
Yeah, we'll just go for a horror story. Tell them the story and then I'll put them to bed and I'll go to sleep.
You want to tell Thorn about your daddy dearest?
Oh, you do realize that I'm a Dampier, right?
Oh, what?
I'm a half vampire, half human.
Okay.
I was born this way. My father seduced my mother. My mother died giving birth to me. My aunt raised me. And in a fit of anger, I turned my aunt into a vampire. Or no, I didn't, because I couldn't turn her, but I did bite her and try to drain her. And so I've grown up hating my father, not wanting anything to do with him. And while we were up and about traveling, he found out that we were in the area and he tried to win my affection by building us a bar. Everybody around here seems to like him. I can't stand the motherfucker.
Let's see.
If I see him, I'll probably try to kill him. Even though he built me a bar. And he calls me his what? His sweet?
Little Peach.
Little Peach, yes. You know, but he wasn't anywhere around when I was growing up to try to tell me how to handle this shit. So I became a mercenary. Going around on ships and trying to catch up with him, looking for any clues to where he may be, while carrying out the orders of the ship captains, which usually involved killing somebody for money. I did like to toy with my prey, though, so in case you ever wonder if I've got a vindictive streak. Oh, I had amnesia, but then, you know, it went away. When I remembered everything, it came flooding back to me all at once one time, after some time. So, daddy issues. Daddy issues.
Yikes.
And Daddy Dearest's name is Young Colin, which is the story that she just told a bunch of kids who might not be sleeping very well tonight.
I toned it down. I said that he gave birth to a beautiful princess who was not anything like me. I know how to talk to kids. I have a soft spot for children and anybody who's been caged. That's why Illiken and I got along so well. He doesn't like anybody who's been caged either.
Slavery sucks.
So I'm glad they didn't kill me when they first found me. And that's why I'm loyal to Celestine, Nowhere, Illican, Arden, and now kinda you.
Yeah. Slavery stinks.
So, after telling them the happy story about the princess, I'm gonna go to bed.
Sounds like a plan. And see here. Uh, 8 o'clock in the morning, approximately. Somebody comes around, kicking the bottom of your feet, letting you know that it is time to move out.
Is this somebody I know, or is this somebody that's trying to take charge?
This is the person that wants us to get going.
This random person that you might not know that is not trying to take charge, just random person that happened to be up and keeping watch.
Careful with the way you knock my boots. There's only one person allowed to touch my boots.
My character gets sick.
Get sick.
Your character got sick? Why did your character get sick?
He was not physically sick. He just pretended to gag at your joke.
Illican's the only person that's given permission to touch my boots.
Woohoo!
I was waiting for you to say Elkin is the only person that's been allowed to gag on you or something, but anyways.
I was waiting for her to say knock my boots, not touch my boots.
Ah, well, I was trying to keep it clean because I was around children, remember? I went to sleep near the children.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I mean, and I wink at you.
But nonetheless, everybody has completed another long rest.
So, Celestine, how do you feel about getting some of the leather out? Because I'm low on rations. Jerky.
I just shot a big deer.
And we fed 400 people off of one deer.
Hey, Jesus
Already
fed a
had
whole bunch of
food.
people with a loaf of bread, so
Who's Jesus?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, I am Joe.
Remember, it was a magical reindeer.
It was not a magical reindeer. It did not have a red nose.
Right.
So
it's
White,
not as
how about that?
juicy.
How about that jerky?
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So.
White's getting, I don't know, I haven't heard, but if White is getting any jerky out, there might be a monster to kill as well.
Ooh. I can kill a monster.
Because Bob likes to play tricks. If not. Yeah, so you're up.
We're going to continue our mission.
Everybody there?
Well, I'm here. And I assume we're going to carry on. We're going to wait for somebody to come back.
Um,
We're heading to where again?
I think Celestine's the only one that knows the location of the tree. But
Okay.
all you know is that it's somewhere to the southeast, and it's in the northern part of the spine of the mountains.
As we're moving and traversing, I mentioned to the crew when they said they were blocked off from 10 trails from the south. I wonder after we're done with this if we can go and find out what blocked them. 'Cause I don't think we've ever checked.
They've told you that it's impassable. 10 trails been buried under snow and avalanches for 2 years.
So it looks like it's going to be rough going.
Alright, so get up and at 'em. You guys gonna go for a full 12 or another 8?
Alright. We're traveling with a bunch of people behind us. I don't think we need to go 12 hours. Take a while for them all to catch up anyway. How far is Dugan Hole from us?
Dugan Hole by snowshoe would have normally been about an hour and a half. It takes about 2 hours by foot. And it'll take another 6 hours to get to where you're at right now, just west of Red Waters.
Okay.
And does anyone want to do anything tonight?
I'm gonna scavenge around, see if there's any firewood, and ask people of the pack to help me collect it as well. Since there's nowhere to stay, we're staying out in the cold. And ask those that can hunt to look for food.
Alright, I can hunt.
I'll go out hunting again too. Guys, I'll head west.
You guys going together or separately?
I think we need to do different directions.
Yeah, we could probably split up.
I'll head west.
Guess I'll go the opposite direction.
Illican, with the people that are coming with you, go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage. Good thing on that advantage.
Yeah, for once.
How long are you going for?
Me and the crew are going to go out for about an hour, hour and a half, just because there's so many of us.
All right, give me 2d4. All right, you come back with 11 bundles of firewood.
Get a couple of fires going for the guys when they bring back food.
Soren and Arden, give me perception checks.
A what check?
Perception.
2.
Arden, you find a a hole, and there are some snow hares bouncing around outside the hole. We'll say there are 5 snow hares.
I'm going to take 5 arrows out of my quiver, put them in the snow in a line, pick the first one up, aim, and fire at one of the snow hares. And then I'll pick up a second arrow and fire at another snow hare. And do that for all 5.
I would say the last 2 are probably at disadvantage just because the other ones at that point. But that said, yeah, 14 and 19 still would have hit and killed them. So you have 5 snow hares.
Huh. I will. I'll gather up the 5 snow hares and I'll start getting and gutting them. And once I'm done, I'll put the pelts in my pack, and I'll pick up the 5 snow hares and start back to camp.
You're gonna skin them?
Yeah, I said skin them and gut them. So they're all prepped for cooking.
Give me a survival roll for the skinning.
Oh my goodness. Where the heck is it? Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You were able to grab 9 hide scraps from the rabbits, or from the hares.
Okay. I'll take them back to the camp so they can start cooking them up.
Thorin, which direction were you headed?
I suppose the opposite, in an easterly direction.
As you head east, you start getting to a frozen lake.
There's no animals near the lake.
Well, As you head east, you're heading towards a frozen lake. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, what about a little bit south? Is that towards like a mountain range?
Yeah, you could start heading south.
Yeah, okay.
How long are you gonna search for?
Maybe I'll walk 2 hours one direction. So I guess 4 hours round trip.
So you spot 2 Arctic foxes.
How close are they?
21 feet.
Is that considered food?
I don't know. It's an Arctic fox. They have muscles, if you consider that food.
I mean, alright, since I'm so close, can I take a shot at both of them?
Do you have extra attack?
Do I have what?
Extra attack. Level 5.
Well, I guess. Are they like can I stealthily get close enough to try to do like a regular attack on them?
I don't know. I get a sheet if you want to do this in melee.
What was that?
I'm gonna have to find a sheet. Just a second.
Okay.
So you're wanting to do this in melee, or are you wanting to shoot them?
No, I guess I'll try to melee attack them, but I gotta stealthily do it.
No Chinese stars?
All right, roll me a stealth check.
Nice.
They do not see or hear you coming up.
So then I can just attack both of them.
Maybe. Give me an attack on the first one. That'll hit. Give me damage. That will kill it. Give me an attack on the second one. That'll hit, and that will kill it.
Alright, I'm probably just gonna drag them both back to where everybody's at, and they can take the leather off and make jackets and eat it or whatever the fuck.
Okay. You get back about 10 p.m. You get back, no, to 16, 18, 6 p.m. It only took you about 2 hours. Took you about an hour to find them, and hour to get back.
Okay, cool.
I help string them up if there's any wood or something available to do that, and to bleed them.
Or you're helping do what? Sorry.
I'm helping prep them
Okay.
for food and for whatever else somebody needs.
Nobody else claims I like the pelts.
Yeah, help yourself, buddy. It's for anybody that wants them.
Give me a survival check to cut the pelts. Nice. Get 7 hide scraps from the 2 Arctic foxes.
Thank you.
Problem. Anyone else want to do anything?
I'm gonna get out once all this done. I'm gonna get out my melting pot or my not melting pot, but
Kiln?
yeah, my kiln and see about if I can work with it.
I'm gonna just practice my unarmed strike for the rest of the evening.
I'm going to work on my pelts a little bit.
I'll help you, Arden.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Because when I start holding dead bodies, you guys might need to help me.
And who am I kidding? I just brought out the kiln because they keep me warm no matter what. I know what it'll do.
Are you looking at making anything with the kiln at the moment?
Right now, no. I pulled it out just so I could look at what it can do. And now, since I've had time to actually look at it and what I have on hand, I've got a couple of gems. I've got some gold and some silver that I can deal with. I'm just going through, but I'm also keeping warm.
Okay.
The other side of that is I haven't looked at the. I've been so busy with work, I haven't been able to look at the kit you gave me.
Yeah, me neither.
Can you pop that up for me? Because I can't find it. Just so I know what the name of it is.
It says Jewel Crafting Illican, and it is in the handouts up at the top.
Thank you. That's why I couldn't see it.
All right. Anybody taking watches?
I'll take a watch.
Does that cover all the watches, or is there still one needed?
You got Soren and Arden currently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We would need one more 2-hour.
I'll take the first one.
Okay.
I'll take last.
Put Soren in the middle.
I call the middle.
Good call.
Let it give me a perception. Your 2 hours goes without a hitch. A little bit of crying from some of the kids who, now that they've had a couple days to process the information, are realizing that parents aren't coming back or friends are dead, etc. Probably some adults as well coming to that realization.
I'll hold as many kids as I can until they stop crying in my 2 hours. And then I will walk over and I will touch Soren and say, "It's time for your watch." Then I will go and I'll get the last kid I saw crying and I'll lay down with that kid trying to protect him from the elements. Or her.
Jordan, give me a perception check.
You're lucky that wasn't backwards.
Right? I'd be forced to listen to screaming kids for the next 2 hours.
No, you wouldn't. You actually are. Well, not screaming, but you are listening to people crying, some people crying. A lot of people by this point have fallen asleep. Probably thankfully. And your watch also goes by. 2 hours goes by without any issue.
Cool.
You go to sleep or what you doing, Sword?
Oh, what are you talking about? I got
The end of
thought
your,
my
the end of your 2 hours. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so that means oh, that's right. I gotta go and wake up the other guy, whoever's on third shift.
Pardon.
Yeah.
Arden. Okay, I go and tap him nicely, and then tell him it's his turn to do this, and then I go lay down and go to sleep.
Okay, I get up out of bed, stretch.
Give me a perception check. You, as you look out over the night sky, the storm hasn't stopped. You guys have. The storm almost has gotten bigger. And as you look up into the night sky, you see the outline of a giant rock flying. It seems to meld with the clouds, but here and there you see faint outlines of the rock. Way up high. But outside of that,
It's a normal watch, huh?
yeah, it's normal watch. Your 4 hours comes to a close.
All right, I'll start waking up my fellow travelers, tapping them on the feet, tell them it's time to get up, and then I'll go walk over to where the other czar and start working them up till I got 5 or 6 on their feet moving around, and then they can wake up the rest of there. And I'll go back and pack my gear, get ready to move out. And when I get back, I'll tell everybody about the rock that I saw in the sky. And ask them if they've ever seen anything like that before.
You're just keeping it within the party, or
Yeah,
with...
I don't think I want to tell the people back there and make them all get freaky. I mean, they've been through enough, so they're going to be on edge.
Have ever seen anything like that?
You can go and get straight intelligence rolls from everybody except for Soren. Only because he's been underground for the last who knows how long.
Took me a second to figure out where intelligence was. Sorry.
Left side of your player sheet.
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking for it. And, hey, intelligence, that's one of those, like aerobics. I'm like, oh, no, it's supposed to be.
That's something you ain't got.
Oh! Low blow, Dad. Low blow.
It takes intelligence to find intelligence. Intelligence, not intelligence save.
On the far left. Starts with strength, dexterity, constitution, then intelligence. There you go. That one was even a better roll.
Who said I didn't have intelligence? See, I got intelligence.
Just because you remember this doesn't mean that. Anyways, I would say that you and Nowhere remember or have heard here and there that the Frost Maiden is said to ride her giant rock through the sky as she casts her spell each night.
Why didn't you shoot her down, Arden? Oh, wait. Nowhere in Milliken should have shot her down. They were asleep.
All I saw was a rock. My arrows aren't going to do much damage to a rock. Or what I believe to be a rock.
Y'all have seen rocks before, or a rock before at least. Typically are find it. Head to base of tail is typically about 30 feet long and typically around 60 feet wingtip to wingtip. Oh, wait, no. Oh, sorry. Minimum of 30 feet to 60 feet maximum. Their wingspans are 80 to 120 feet wingtip to wingtip. And rocks weigh upwards of 8,000 pounds.
Woohoo!
I want to shoot her at it and tick her off.
What did you just say?
I said, If that's what was flying overhead, I'm sure I don't want to shoot an arrow at it, okay, or
Okay.
take it off.
Okay, I thought you said, "Hey, I'm going to do this."
No.
No, that's something I would do. We don't want to do that.
That does sound like an elegant idea. So, you are up.
Okay, I get all my stuff together, repack my thing then. Repack the sled. And look at Celestine to lead us. It's your ball of wax. Oh, since we're heading in this direction, I do let the 400 people know that we are coming into the territory of the Yetis, and that no one is allowed to shoot at them.
That's probably a good idea.
Before I forget, and I look at the one if he's still alive that had the that I heard about the.
He's not.
Okay.
Um. White alive over there. Guess not. All right. That is where you will get after 8 hours of travel.
Same thing. Look for. Nah, this is too barren of an area. I'll look for. I'll look for people. I'll look for food
I'm going to look for food.
and ask the people to look around for stuff to cook. If there's any mages of the group that they can, have a fire going and stuff like that.
Alright. So Arden and Illican are going to look for food. Anybody else?
I'm gonna keep watch of the children.
I'll see if any of the people we're carrying want to go with us. So, more eyes, maybe more food.
They will most likely tell you no, because more people, less stealth.
And this is me who's going out in stealth. Cool.
And they're commoners, so their stealth will be a lot worse than any of yours. I mean, a D20 is a D20, but still. Alright, anybody else doing anything?
I mean, I guess I'll help hunt or help gather. I don't really know. Whatever anybody needs.
Well, I think our 400 people can scavenge enough wood and stuff for fires.
You are in the Arctic tundra, though.
Yeah, I know.
Not a lot of wood, but they do have, for the most part, cold weather clothing. So, all right. What directions is everybody going? Anybody going together? What's going on?
I'm going to head southwest. I
Okay.
think that's where I was going. Is that where the map? Yeah. Try to head toward this wooded area.
That wooded area?
Yes.
That's gonna take you like, 3 miles. It's gonna take you 6 hours to get to.
How? I just said it toward it. Okay.
So you're gonna head southwest. Illican, which way you heading?
South.
South. All right. Soren, which way you heading?
Go west a little bit.
West. All right. All right. Start with Soren. Give me a perception check. How long are you going for?
Guess I'll walk about an hour and a half each way.
You find a muskrat that is chewing on a twig by the river.
I think that's gross, and I'm just gonna turn around and go back to camp.
I have recipes for muskrat.
Fine, I'll shoot it for Claudette.
Muskrats make good stew.
Give me an attack roll.
Am I gonna shoot at it or just hit it?
I'm not controlling your character, so I don't know what you're doing. You gotta tell me what you're doing, and I can work around it.
I guess I'm just shooting it with the crossbow.
Okay, that'll hit and kill it.
Okay, I'll go over and retrieve my muskrat and my bolt. And that's it. And I'm taking it to Claudette.
Alright. Arden, roll me a perception check. You find in a tree, you find 4 snowy owls.
All right, I will try to get 4 snowy owls. See how lucky I am. I will take 4 hours out of my quiver, put them in front of me, pick one up, aim, fire, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
You got 3 snowy owls.
Okay, I will go gather those 3 snowy owls
And you got 3 arrows.
and my 3 arrows. And instead of going straight back, I'm going to follow the creek to its junction and then head toward camp. That way, in case I stumble onto something else.
Okay. That will take. I mean, that'll be 3 miles. Will take you 6 hours to do.
Oh, shit. Alright, I'll just head straight back.
Yeah, you guys get 6 miles in a day with or 6 miles in a 12-hour day with snowshoes, but unfortunately with this crowd you're only getting like 2 miles in an 8-hour day because of non-snowshoes, big group, etc., etc. But hey, look in, give me a perception check. You find a large male moose.
You asking me specifically?
Do it.
I take aim and see if I can hit it twice.
They both hit. Roll me some damage.
And yes, I would say I would because I'm looking for food and I want to make sure I kill it. I would mark it.
Okay. There are 2 arrows sticking out of its shoulder, and a huge bellow comes out as it starts to charge away from you. I have my button pushed when I was saying that.
Can I shoot it again?
Go for it. Roll me damage on the first one.
And I will start to chase it.
There's now a arrow in its hindquarters, and it is still trying to run off, but is doing so at half speed.
Okay, before I do more, that bellow, did it sound like an animal or did it sound like a person?
It sounded like a moose.
Okay. Then, yeah, I will follow and shoot it again.
Give me one more roll of damage.
I will keep following it.
The moose stumbles and lands in the snow. You were able to get 4 of your 6 arrows back.
Okay, I will. Am I close to the mountains?
I mean, you're close in comparison to Shander.
I was wondering if I was close to right there. Because of me having to.
How long were you going for?
I was going for 2 hours out. But I don't know when I found the muse, so I can't tell you how far I was out.
Sure, you're right up next to the mountains.
After I collect my bows, I'm going to use one spell up against the mountains. To do
To do what?
I'm looking what you had. I read it. I just want to make sure I say it right.
Okay.
Foraging or salvaging, depending on what you consider it, to see if I get any gems inside that 5 foot square of up along the. Do I pull anything out of the mountain?
Gotcha. me a roll with your jewel crafting tools. Just so you get the proficiency in there.
What do I know where it is. I'm just saying, what do I put it as?
We'll just do it as wisdom.
And of course, always looking for gems or minerals, whatever, like gold or whatever.
So you get a quarter-pound of gold and a quarter-pound of silver.
Oh boy.
All right, then I'll collect the beast and carry it back.
Just for shits and giggles, give me a athletics check at advantage because of Drake.
You say which one?
Athletics. Yeah, not accurate.
And then I'll go straight back. White, are you there?
Yes. What's up?
Okay. I made a joking comment that you might want to look at and see if your character might say something about it.
In comment? As in Discord chat? Or Roll20 chat?
Roll20 chat, he said, it's weird because we're going to see druids and we're killing animals on the way. But we're also trying to feed 400 people.
Circle of life. I know.
Okay, good. I didn't want to do something that, you know.
I mean, we're not killing animals willy-nilly, dude. We've got a reason for killing them. So, I don't have a problem with that.
Just don't touch her yetis.
Yeah. Leave my yetis alone and don't kill an animal just because it's there.
Okay. I was like, yep, and I walk back to the
Like the goat in the cave. Or in the goblin castle.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
It was an enemy. It was just hiding in a cage.
Now I remember that one. All right. So everybody gets back to the camp. There are lots of small fires going. Between rations that people have and magical create food that some clerics have, you get everybody fed.
Sit around and help skin out the moose.
What's that?
Said I'll stay and help them skin out the moose.
Yeah, they've been collecting skins for you.
What?
She was telling White that they've been, or sorry, Celestine, that they've been collecting skins for.
Oh. I have an
Oh,
idea about
okay.
I don't know if they're collecting them for you, but they're collecting them. All right, give me a survival check, Arden.
Okay. Man, I ain't there yet.
All right, Arden, it is. Let's see here. I gotta find a. Dang it! I gotta find a DC just a second. You are able to collect one medium hide.
Okay.
With caps button.
Nice. I'll take first watch.
What else we got? All right. Anybody else for watches?
I'll take a watch.
I'll do the first one again.
Illiken already got first.
Oh. So, do we need one?
Yep.
I guess I'll do the second one.
Okay.
And I'll take up the last one.
All right. Illiken, give me a perception. Your watch
I'll keep my
goes.
bow out, and I'll also cast. Trying to think of where it is, so I'm able to see things.
Your watch goes without a hitch. Plenty of people still awake, getting ready for bed, talking, chattering with each other. Some people probably arguing that why they had to leave their homes, and others trying to soothe them that the plan is to find warmth. But your watch goes without a hitch.
I go over and tap Celestine or Claudette's boots. Wait till she wakes up enough to tell her it's been a quiet night so far. Just conversations. Was there any conversations that particularly caught my interest before I?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, there's general chatter, quiet. Haven't seen anything on the horizon. It's your watch. I go over and try to bunker down and get warm.
Alrighty. I work myself loose from whatever kid I was holding when I went to sleep.
Give me a perception check.
And I fall back down with the kid and go back to sleep.
Yes, you do. Arden, give me a perception check at disadvantage. Alrighty.
It's
She's
attack of the
supposed to wake
sevens.
me up.
Open rolls. Everybody give me a perception check at disadvantage.
This does not look good.
I also need an Arden and a Claudette for this one,
Oh, okay.
and a Celestine.
Well, good thing is you already said mine never sleeps, so
Now I'm stuck on that 7.
and Drake sucks right now.
Rick might not be asleep, but he ain't paying attention. All
Give me
right.
advantage.
Claudette and Soren both wake up at the same time as a high-pitched scream sounds through the air, through the camp.
I rush to the sound to see what's going on.
Yeah, I wake up and try to figure out what's going on.
A couple of the fires have died through the night, and there are 12 people frozen in their sleep and are dead at their campfires.
That sucks.
Wow. Make me feel bad for rolling shitty.
You didn't roll shitty. You just had a bad. You just lucky enough didn't pass out like they did.
That
They're
is
so
definitely
cold.
a very, very good way of looking at it.
You didn't die while they slept a little too deeply. Now, the other side of that is I checked the bodies to make sure that it is just cold damage and dead, not something else that might have got them.
Give me a medicine check.
I do ask Celestine to help me.
Sure, I'll help.
Advantage. It is definitely the negative 84 degrees weather. Sorry, overnight, probably negative 110 or so degree weather that killed these people. Some of them didn't have their cold weather gear properly put on. Some of them were really close to the fire, but the fire blew out at some point. And they didn't notice while they were asleep, and body temperature dropped and they died.
Okay. Then look around. Ground's frozen, so you can't bury them. Ask Celestine to Celestine to give them their last rites, and then get ready to move on.
Mishan will help with that, who's a cleric.
And once it's done, ask for to lead the way.
Let's pick it up right there next week because it is 6 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the game. Glad to be back, and hope everybody has a great week.
All right. You guys have a nice week too. Bye.
Good role playing, Soren.
Right on. Thanks.
Good night, all.
Oh, there is a book that I was going to suggest everybody reads,
What's that?
or reads or listens to, depending on if you have the ability. 1 second, pulling it up. I'll write it into the author and. But the book series is by where is it? Title details. It is called the series "The Year of the Rogue Dragons." It's a 3-book series. It's written by Richard Lee Byers.
Okay, so if you could put that in Discord in the
I
lobby.
will. But it's what I've been listening to while I work out every day, so it's actually really good. And it mentions the Ice Queen.
Good night, all.
Night.
Good night.
All right. See you guys next week.
Not if I see you first.